Namaste, everybody, and welcome to another segment with In Conversation with our community leaders. I am so excited to introduce you to someone very special, someone who's making a true impact in our community here, and the organization he represents is making a real impact in our community. And it's such a fitting interview today on our 72nd India's Republic Day celebration. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Sandeep Goyal, President and Chief Executive Officer of ICICI Bank. Namaste, Sandeepji. So, Sandeepji, it's 72nd Republic Day celebration today. There's so much going on. There's programming that's been happening all day. We've had over 100 artists celebrating. We've had most states from India represented within our different segments. So with all of this going on today, we really wanted to ensure segments like this were part of Republic Day celebration. Because, what the community and what community leaders such as yourselves are doing has made a true impact, especially during the pandemic time. And for Panorama, it does mean a lot because we do everything for free. All of our celebrations are to bring everyone together. And we cannot do this without support of individuals such as yourself and your organization. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Sunita. I must say thank you to you, and I am an avid watcher of your annual event and many events which you do over the period of time. And it's a very good platform to bring local talent in and celebrate all our India-centric activities. So thanks to you and your team.
Thank you, Sandeep. So let me tell everybody a little bit about you before we get into conversation. So Sandeep ji is, as I mentioned, he is the President and Chief Executive Officer of ICICI Bank since July 2019. In this role, he's responsible for leading the growth of the bank in the Canadian marketplace. Previously, Mr. Goyal was the Chief Risk Officer for the North American operations of ICICI Bank, overseeing all areas of risk management and regulatory relationships in both United States and Canada. Mr. Goyal also supports a number of business and nonprofit organizations and is involved in a variety of charitable activities in the community. He is currently a member of the Foreign Banks Executive Committee of the Canadian Bankers Association. He also serves on the board of the Canada-India Business Council and the Canada-India Foundation. Mr. Goyal graduated from Delhi University with honors in engineering and holds an MBA from the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, India. That's quite a resume, sir.
Thank you.
So, Sandeepji, on this very special day of Republic Day, I thought the first fitting question should be really to you to say, what does Republic Day mean to you?
So, Sunita, Republic Day, I think we all grew up in India and we all grew up getting up early in the morning on 26th January to watch the Republic Day parade, and it was a craze, I would say, in the younger generation. On a more mature point of view, I think I would say that Republic Day means the start of self-rule. And we got independence, say, on August 15th, and it took us some time, almost a period of 3 to 4 years, to set up a full constitution in place and start governing as per rules set up by Indians. So I think Republic Day signifies the self-rule of India.
Yeah, and I think, today you're very correct, and I think it means very different things to very many people. I think this year especially, I think it's been one of those years where it's not been an easy year. I think for anyone, it's been a year of self-reflection. I think this Republic Day means a lot more things. I think to a lot of people, for some it's a reminder. It's interesting. You have conversations. Some go back and say, I think the hardest I've seen has been, back when. So a lot of people have been reminded of a lot of things this year. So I agree with you. But yes, the parade is something everybody universally says it does mean to them. So, as in speaking of this year and kind of what we've all gone through, I know that this is the year of the pandemic has not been an easy year, but I know that you yourself are a big believer in giving back to the community. I know that it's something that you ensure is across the organization that you represent. It would be great if you can share some of the initiatives. I mean, I couldn't believe how many things you guys have done during this time. So it'd be great if you can share some of those initiatives with everyone.
Yeah, so Sumita, in this whole issue of community support is something which is ingrained as individuals in us and as well as an institution. So way back in our parent bank, there is a full framework of corporate social responsibility, which we are pushing as an agenda for community payback. And same thing we are doing in Canada. We are just making sure that we stand in support for the large Indo-Canadian community here, almost 1.6 million strong. And we are standing by them in various stages of their development. Like as students, when they come here, we are standing with them in terms of any kind of support they need. So we are working with a lot of NGOs, or I would say a lot of voluntary organizations which are supporting the students during their settlement time. We are
Okay.
also working with the community in our branch catchment areas through food bank contributions, and these are food drives which we do in almost every month. You will have a new food drive in that area, which we continue to do and support through our branches. We also continue to support certain charitable initiatives through our partner organizations like Consul General of India, High Commissioner of India. We also work with CIBC, Canadian Business Council, Canadian India Foundation, in working with making sure that we are there when this Indo-Canadian community needs us.
Yeah. That's a great thing, and I think it's really important. It's been an amazing year to see the people behind the scenes who you don't
Mhm,
realize are doing a lot.
mhm,
And this is why we do these conversations, because we're hoping to bring that forward. I think it's aspirational to a lot of people. I think it's a time of year where I'm sure a lot of people who have benefited for some of the
mhm,
initiatives that we've done, I'm sure they appreciate that as well. So that's really great to hear.
mhm,
I know Panorama India celebrates all those who are Indo Canadians and their love for India. And I know for us, we're connected to newcomers. We're connected to every generation of Indo Canadian that's settled here. But I'm glad in what you were just mentioning about students and a lot of the newcomers, which is a big community that we're connected to. I'm aware that you guys are in the process of launching a very special initiative. In fact, I believe you're launching it today.
mhm,
It got announced. And I know the big thing behind this initiative, and of course, I'm hoping you'll share more, but it is really to put a smile and a warm feeling on everyone's face when they think of India, which is a very nice feeling.
mhm,
So I really want you to share with everybody this initiative because it's very exciting.
mhm. So, Smita, we have been thinking over the past, I would say, 2, 3 years,
Yes.
that how do we bring together the Indian community outside of India. So it's an initiative which I think Parent Bank in service of non-resident Indians, which we call globally, I think we are 35 million strong outside of India. A small part of it, I would say 5% of those are living in Canada. And we are launching this initiative from Canada because Canada is very strategically important placement for us. It's a very good franchise for us, almost 15-year-old franchise, very strong franchise. So we are launching this program called Indian at Heart, and this is exclusive club for all people who are want to be connected to India. And Indians, I would say, get fired up by three or four things. Like I think Bollywood unites us. A big and past 80s, 90s movies. I think if we watch together, I think people watch movies together. And then cricket is something which unites us. IPL, I think, creates a lot of memories for us, and we get agitated in support of our own states. Indian food is something which again unites us. So we can enjoy unlimited 4 hour kind of dinners over discussion. So that also unites us as a community.
Yeah.
And spirituality, I think I have seen yoga, spirituality are these things. I think as I think we grow more older, I think we start appreciating these things and we want to inculcate some of these things into our kids. So there are a lot of common themes which unite us as a community. And this program actually brings all these things together for Indo-Canadians who are living in Canada and who want to connect or contribute or participate in this. I would say it's a movement across India. This whole movement of Indianness. I think I was talking to Purva, and she was talking about celebrating India Day. So it is. I would say it's a movement of Indianness across the world, and we want all Indo-Canadians to participate through this exclusive club which ICICI Bank is launching.
So, first of all, it sounds very exciting. I think you've said some very, I think things that affect everybody. So, food is one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Indian food is, I mean, you don't even have to be Indian to love Indian food, so we know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it seems to be affecting all aspects. You know, you're kind of looking at it as Indians as a whole, which is really nice. What are some of the benefits of this kind of program? Because I know there's a lot of elements as part of this program.
Yeah, so what we are doing is we are actually identifying certain themes, as I mentioned earlier, which unite us, which excite us. And it will be a year-long kind of programming near festivals, some yoga classes in terms of certain reading of religious scriptures, learnings, articles which affect us as Indians, like the current scenario which is going on in India. So people want to know more. So this club basically becomes your connection or a bridge to India. And we can always enrich it based on the feedback. So we'll continue to work with the Indo-Canadian community in case they need something else to be added to this club, so we can enrich this experience.
That's great. And I do want to remind everybody that, by the way, there is that vendor fair that's been running all day, and you can digitally connect today, virtually live, with somebody from ICICI Bank. You can go to the booth, you can talk to them, and they can share more details about this. I know to join is very simple. Did you want to share a little bit about that so people know how
Yes.
simple it is?
Yes, yeah. So to join this club, it is free of cost. It's complimentary on us. You just visit our website, icicibank.ca, and there is a link. Just put in certain fields which are required, your name, contact details, email through which we can contact you, and then I think you will start receiving membership benefits of this club.
I think that's pretty simple. There's nothing harder than that. So, you know, and I think you've shared a lot of really good things ICICI Bank is doing as well. And I know we talked about COVID, but I know based on your experience and everything that you've accomplished, you know, this has been a tough year for a lot of people. A lot of people are trying to figure out even careers, like what happens now? What do I do? There's a lot of new people that have landed here. We're just trying to figure out what to do next. Is there any advice that you can share with people during this time?
So, see, I think as a bank, lot of things have changed for us. I think a lot of ways of working have changed for us. But I think the way we have seen this crisis roll out is I think we should learn from it and proceed. And there are two or three things which I would like to mention here is in terms of the world which comes out of COVID. It will be a totally different world compared to what world we saw before entering COVID. So there will be some changes which will be fundamental in our DNA, in our minds. Second thing I would say is in terms of there will be a shift in terms of which industries are doing well. See, because a lot of IT-based industries were doing very well and they are now doing better. So this whole movement towards digital, I would say it has been accelerated by the advent of crisis. I think I was reading somewhere that the amount of internet purchases, whatever it took 15 years to build, has doubled in the current year itself. So whatever we did over the past 15 years has been done from a digital point of view in the last 1 year in terms of COVID. So COVID has been beneficial, and I think it has avoided this. You see, I used to travel to India every 2-3 months, and now I am doing it everything online. So think of the kind of impact it is having on the environment. And we are not traveling, we are not consuming petroleum products. We are doing through digital. Like we are meeting. It was so difficult to arrange these kind of meetings and conversations. Now it is so easy, and I know I think it has proliferated. Like I was talking to some people in government. There were so many protocols of people going in, security checks, and all. Now it is all gone. Like you can just arrange these kind of meetings and interactions. So I think some things are going to stay with us, and digitization will stay with us, and the world will be a much better place after COVID.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think this digital, you know, one thing that it's done is, and I know from a banking perspective and even in conversations with you, I've learned that, you know, it's brought you closer to customers. I think you're right. You know, there were many who felt, okay, the only way I can connect is a certain way. Now you're realizing
Mm.
there's multiple ways they can now connect with you. And I think you guys have done a phenomenal job of engaging people in all these different elements. I think this program that you launched today is a really good example of how that's even further, because I think, people look at a bank as, okay, this is where I do, and really bank is essential work. And especially now has become more than ever an essential, work for a lot of people, or something that they require. But I think a program that you've just launched is a really good example of how you're connecting with them beyond, the banking element, but actually connecting with them as individuals. So I think it's a
Absolutely.
fantastic program.
So, Sumita, I'll just add one thing here. Like in terms of digitization, see, Canada is a huge country, and to reach Indo-Canadians in faraway areas of Canada was a big challenge for us because we don't have branches as a way of reaching. So we are coming out with a full digital journey for the customer. So you can actually go online, open an account, fund the account online. Everything can be done online, so that we can reach Indo-Canadians who are resident in faraway areas of Canada. So distance should not be a constraint. So that's the intent.
Perfect. So, Sandeepji, it's been truly a pleasure today as we've talked about so many things. I think it's wonderful. On behalf of Panorama, of course, I want to say thank you to you for all the hard work you're doing in the community, but more importantly, also to thank you for making sure the entire organization is, supporting. And it sounds like you're doing so many things for the community. And thank you for supporting Panorama India. It is 72nd Republic Day celebration. It's going to continue for the rest of today. And then, of course, we have the live announcement, so for the winners today for our Panorama Idol competition. So that's a big thing today. But in parting, is there any words or anything you'd like to share with everyone as we in the dialogue?
See, I think as a community, this is a very good platform. And the more activities you do, more engagement activities we do across this community, I think I will urge everybody to contribute in very creative ways to this initiative. And as we continue to make Canada stronger, India stronger, and both Canada and India partnership stronger.
Thank you, Sandeepji, and enjoy everybody, and continue to enjoy 72nd Republic Day safely. We thank you for being part of this digital celebration. And on behalf of Panorama India, myself, and of course Sandeepji, happy Republic Day, 72nd Republic Day, and namaste.
Yes. Thank you.